It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Carolina Panthers and the London Black Knights.
Michael Dixon set to kick off.
Started the Aussie punter and kickoff man, Michael Dixon. And we are underway here in London. The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Room to run at the 50. Still going inside the 30.
Come on and get it.
They are not going to catch him. He's in.
Touchdown, Carolina.
And that right there is how you silence the home crowd.
All week long in preparation, visiting teams talk about it. Okay, we've got to start fast. We've got to take the crowd out of it, as you just talked about there. We've got to control the ball early. And in this case, forget fast start. This is a blazing start. What they've talked about all week is their offensive unit doing that. Not necessarily the guys returning the opening kickoff, but believe me, they'll take this.
So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback.
And 10 at their own 19-yard line.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20. Here's the first carry now for Todd Gurley. He'll be dropped at the 25 after a gain of 6.
Desmond King.
Burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent game.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 25-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Now it's Gurley. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. Did a good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. 4th down now after a loss of 2.
A loss of 2 yards. It's 4th down.
Here we go. It's Gurley. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. They're able to keep the drive alive. 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one.
4-yard line.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. Here's Gurley. Bernardrick McKinney there to make the stop.
This drive is pretty clear. Almost feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. Was that 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Throwing Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And brought down across the 50 to the 49-yard line. 15 yards on the play. First down. From the gun, Jones. Looking for his running back, and he's got him.
Jones.
Call it a gain of 5, and that'll make it 2nd down. And they're getting him involved early.
You feel like they saw something on tape, or they just have a sense with him because he's had a good week of practice or something in that area that they want him involved. Just as you said, they want him to touch it either in the running game or the passing game, but they must like the matchups they're getting.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Now Jones. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. Move the chains. A gain of 7 on 3rd down. On first down, Jones. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage on the play back. But despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. Campbell making the catch. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 14. 23 yards the pickup there.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. Buying time. And it's caught. Touchdown. A 14-yard touchdown. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive.
Extra point.
A long opening drive, but a very successful opening drive. We call that methodical, I guess, when it takes that many plays.
Methodical and almost like a boxing match where you're hitting them with body blows. They can withstand them here. Look, they gave up the touchdown, but you don't feel like a knockout is there. But they keep doing that in the 4th quarter. That's when the knockout occurs.
It becomes tough for that defense if they're on the field that way. As they kick it away, fielded a couple yards into the end zone, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
10 at their own 25-yard line.
If you know, that's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Play action, Ryan. He's got the hook up here to Deshaun Jackson. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. A good pickup there at 22.
1st down, Panthers.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Watch two. Hey, get down. Sit down.
7-7, our score after 1.
The score tied 7-7.
On 1st and 10, it's Ryan. He's going to air one out for Anderson. That's going to be caught. Touchdown, Carolina.
Ryan's pass complete
Anderson. 53 yards. And the Panthers have taken the lead. Well, that's a heck of a response to regain the lead after we had seen the touchdown to tie the game.
I would say what we just saw there was a great amount of poise, because typically when teams tie the game up, it's a little bit of a, how would you say, you kind of take a step back and have to get yourself regrouped. They regrouped in a hurry, didn't they? They attacked back after they'd been tied.
And in a big way, that was a statement-long touchdown.
First and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. Really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing and then throw in the ball.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. And he'll take it forward for about 5 up to the 28-yard line.
He was
a couple extra tight ends in the formation here as they line up 3rd and 2.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Gurley. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Well, I think after that run, the defense is getting back in the huddle and looking at each other and maybe starting to question their confidence a bit. They gave up a significant run, 6 yards, and now you're saying to yourself, how do we stop them, and do I have enough confidence to make a play?
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. Now Gurley. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
That's some good tackling there to keep him short of that yellow line.
Yeah, defensively, all I'm thinking is that on that play, get me to 3rd down. Get me into a position where I can make one more play to get my defense off the field.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
Hey! 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
They run. It's Gurley. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. A small bit of adversity here on what's been a strong drive as they come up 2nd and 12. From the gun, Jones. Deep ball for Goodwin. He's got it. Hit the 15.
All you got to do is look and learn. Look and learn.
Marquise Goodwin, 60 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. I love watching Goodwin play. Of course, everybody knows the story of him being an Olympian. He's a long jumper, right?
Yes.
But you know that he has that athleticism, that big playability.
He certainly does. And not only was he an Olympian as a long jumper, married to a sprinter. How about that for speed in one family? And I love his end zone celebrations now. When he does go deep and beat someone for a touchdown, now he does the long jump as his celebration. Pretty cool deal.
This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Fielded near the back of the end zone. And tackled at the 21-yard line, so a net negative there of 4 yards.
Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. There have been points on the board. We just saw back-to-back touchdown drives. I love it. I'm high-fiving our statistician, Christian McLeod, and you're angry. You're a defensive guy.
If you met one of my defensive coordinators, God rest his soul, I'm surprised he isn't in this booth right now wanting to really take you on. This is not football the way he sees it. He wants a good old-fashioned kicking game, defense, field position, and we're getting an up-and-down the field game here.
I'll take him. Where's his tombstone?
Boot Hill, baby.
Throwing again on second down. Ryan. They'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he stopped after a gain of one. Not enough. Still a yard to go on third down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's third down.
Catch on second down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at third down here. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes, we'll again head down to visit with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando, back for another year. He'll have scores from around the NFL here on this opening weekend. And that is incomplete.
Love the idea, love the concept, but you got to leave a little room on the sideline so he can fade into it when he makes the catch. That was thrown too close to it for the receiver to make a play.
And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. To throw again is Ryan. And this is incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And the ball will go over on downs on the short side of the field.
Turnover on down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Operating from the gun, Jones. Gonna flare this one out to Gurley in the flat. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it a second down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half.
That's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now Jones from the gun on 3rd down. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
You can tell they wanted to get that ball downfield, but they had nothing working in the secondary, so he dropped it off to the running back. That one ended up incomplete.
It would be a very makeable field goal try from here, but instead they're going to go for it. Needing the tough yards, they run it with their fullback. And he gets this down to the 18, good enough for a first down. They only got a couple, but a couple is all that they needed as they convert on 4th. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And he'll get this one down to about the 17. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
Gain of 2. Brings up 2nd and 8.
Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
2nd and 8 coming up. From the gun, Jones forced out to his left. This left side caught by Fulgham. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the left hash, should be a fairly easy one here. And Hopkins' kick is good. So a late 3 there, and that'll help as they head into the break.
Talk about situational football. It's something they've worked out since the OTAs and mini camps the previous summer. They take care of the ball, get 3 points, knowing they're going to get the ball to start the second half. That's the old 2-for-1 special to finish things off.
So still time for the kickoff here. 1 second to go in the half as this one is away. An incredibly short kick fielded way up there. So we've reached halftime here on opening weekend. As it's time now to send you back stateside to Orlando, Florida, and check in with Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Fielded near the back of the end zone, and he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters, as I always. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ball game.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They throw right away, and that's complete out on the right side. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before it's taken down. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. On the handoff, it's Gurley. He's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. 26 big yards on that one. It's another 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
So from Panther territory now, it's 1st and 10 down at the 33. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Jones. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
They got to get to the 23 here on 3rd.
I'm going back to you. I'm going back to you. Check 15. Check 15.
Now a handoff for Gurley. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line.
On the carry.
Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
A 48-yard attempt.
And this one is right down Broadway. And they stretch the lead to 6. It's 20-14 now. Well, looking at it from a defensive perspective, that keeps the deficit very, very manageable. You know, all things considered, not a bad job on the defensive side.
I would say that you've pointed out something pretty good right there, and that is you actually have both sides happy with that exchange. You know, happy in quotes, of course. One team, hey, we've kept it within range. The other side saying, hey, we put points on the board and did stretch out the lead. Let's see how this one turns out.
Yeah, still bottom line, though. 3 points for the opening drive of the third quarter.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And on that last drive, went for it on fourth, turned it over. Good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful.
And sometimes when you see these calls on fourth down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here, because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
That factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's second down.
At the 49-yard line.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. He'll let this go for the end zone. And not only did he drop it, he dropped it in the end zone.
Credit the secondary and credit the defensive game plan. They've been in his hip pocket all game long. They understood coming in that he was a big-time receiver.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Throwing again, Ryan. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
That'd be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts. This time.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on fourth down. They'll try and throw for him with Ryan. Trying to get it to Jackson, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Nikel Roby. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is. They're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing they're calling it now, ball. They don't care if it was luck or skill. Boy, the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. He's looking for Ridley again. And that'll bring up second down. Throwing again. Ryan. And boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 there, good enough for a Panther first down.
That's quite a spot there for his first carry of the game, but obviously they had plenty of faith in him, didn't they?
No question about it. And here, why not go with the fresh legs? Able to push forward, pick up that first. Now Ryan on first down. Finds his tight end Ingram. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4. Second down.
Well, they're unable to convert that into much, but it's never a bad idea to try to get the ball into a tight end of his caliber's hands and see what kind of disruption he can cause.
To throw again on second down. Ryan. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. they become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really...
Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, Carolina. J.K. Dobbins, 62 yards. And the Panthers have tied this game up. They can take the lead with the extra point.
I guess when you look back on it, it was just a matter of time until he popped a big one like that. And, you know, at halftime, you and I discussed it. They had done a nice job on him in the first half. But there were a couple of occasions where it felt like he might wiggle out of traffic. That got done.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you've got fan bases that were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick other than the extra point. That's it.
A good pickup there, 21 yards. Here's Jones on first down. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Welcome back now here in London. This one's still anybody's ball game. It's a one-point difference here as we begin the fourth quarter of play. Jones now throwing on first down. They'll set up the screen to Gurley. No gain on the screen there. It's second down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Here comes a 20th carry for Gurley. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the fourth quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
D-line wearing down fourth quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be fourth down.
A gain of only a yard. It's fourth down.
They're running with Gurley. And he's going to get the first down as they bring him down at the 23. Just a gain of 3, but they'll certainly take it as they convert on fourth down. Jones on first and 10. His throw caught right around the 6. And he's brought down after a very nice gain. The play began back at the 23, and they pick up 23. And the question now, how do they want to work the clock here on first and goal? A field goal would give them the late lead. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
It's a loss of 1. Brings up second and goal at the 1-yard line.
Another carry now for Gurley. And this time he is in. Punching it in from a yard away. And his guys are going to retake the lead. They were able to push him backwards on first down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
And that'll make this a 6-point game.
Is good. Makes the score Black Knights 27, Panthers 21.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
5-yard line. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And they will be looking to answer the touchdown their defense just surrendered. Still a good chunk of time remaining here in the 4th quarter and a chance to regain the lead in a tight one. And he'll work his way across the 30 to the 32.
Eric Reed.
It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Brings up 2nd and 3 at the 32-yard line.
Another run here with Dobbins. And this won't be enough to pick up the first. A gain of 2, 3rd and 1. The good run on 1st down followed up by a not-so-good run on 2nd down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on 3rd down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
Here we go, 3rd and 1. Gut check time on both sides. They'll try to run for it with Dobbins. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 14 yards, good for a Panther 1st down. Just week 1, but already plenty of intrigue with the games going on, and this one no different as we come up on a 1st and 10. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
17 yards.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Murray. And a short gain down to about the 33.
Murray, the ball carrier.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
1-yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Now whistles. Flag down, and I believe one of the Panthers got moving early. And that false start penalty certainly not helping their cause here. 2nd down and long. They go play action with Ryan. And that'll be complete to Dobbins. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds.
I came to my feet on that one. I thought he was getting close to breaking that one big, but in the end, give some credit to the defense, finding a way to get to him and forcing a 3rd down.
They need to get this to the 24 on 3rd down. Dobbins running out of the gun. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
I'm a little surprised right here. They got 3 timeouts left. The clock's running down, and they aren't using them. Those timeouts do you no good at home. Use them now.
So down 6, and they know they need this one on 4th down. They're going on 4th down. It's Ryan. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. When you talk about making winning plays, that is a winning play at this stage of the game. To come up with that interception, huge.
I like how you identified that because most people think winning plays are the offense trying to get it done. In this case, nursing a lead, they found a way to make a play on that side of the ball and maybe finish things off.
The offense drive here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
On the carry.
We got a plane to catch.
Rick McKinney on the tackle.
5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. So plenty of smiles for the folks here as they head for the exits. It's a victory for their hometown guys. And with that, our journey begins, Charles. Week 1 in the books. Going to be a great season.
Oh, man, so much to look forward to. Isn't it nice to get a really good game right out of the gate? Preseason behind us. All these games count now, don't they?
Yeah, this is the exciting time with just 1 week gone and plenty of weeks to come. So for the home team here, that'll be a happy locker room as they start the season 1-0. And now it's off to Heathrow as they get set to fly back to the U.S. in a couple hours. Meanwhile, for Carolina, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll try to make amends next week as they host the New Orleans Saints. So for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Next game, guess what? Charles and I will be here again. It's the NFL on EA Sports.